Hey, party people. This is Zach from visionswell.com, products and principles for a simple, serene life. And I will be the first to admit that I'm a bit of a coffee addict. I always make pour-over coffee every morning, whether it's in a pour-over device or whether it's in a French press, and I drink multiple cups of coffee a day. It's kind of my lifeblood. So when MiiR reached out and wanted me to test out some of their coffee products and other drinkware products, I said, sure, why not? All of my opinions in this video are my own. There's no exchange of money, there's no sponsorship. This is just a video where I'm reviewing MiiR drinkware and coffee products, and I want to show you what I think of all of them, test them all, and we can talk about my thoughts. Before I get into it, let's talk a little bit about MiiR as a company and their ethics. They are a certified B Corporation, and they earn that certification through their social and environmental impacts and their focus on sustainability. They donate 1% of their sales to environmental causes, which is super important to me as someone who's exploring macro social work as a career, and I care a lot about climate and environmental justice. And all of their products are also certified evergreen for their sustainability practices. So I think overall, I feel good about purchasing from this company, and I think that all of their items work towards that environmental justice goal, so I really appreciate them as a company. First up, we have the MiiR Everywhere bottle in the 20-ounce size. 20 ounces is a really good size for me because I don't need like huge honking water bottles most of the time. A lot of times I'm good with 20 ounces. That keeps me satisfied. This also comes in a 33-ounce size if you want a little bit bigger of a water bottle. The body of the water bottle is made from 50% recycled plastic, and the top of the water bottle is 100% recycled plastic. So they're working towards that sustainability goal. It's shatterproof, it's extremely lightweight, it has a lifetime guarantee, and it's made specifically to hold cold beverages, so I would not use this for hot beverages. And also with a ton of their products, they support custom engraving and custom imagery. So if you wanted to use this for a corporate logo or to give as a gift, they give that option on most of their products. And this is the blue colorway, but it comes in a bunch of different colors, so you can accessorize as you see fit. I like the way it fits in my hand. It could definitely fit in a cup holder, in a car, on a bike, or anything like that, a motorcycle, and this would easily fit in any of my personal item-only travel bags. So, great little water bottle, nice to see. And it retails for $17.95, under $20. I think that's a decent price for a lightweight, easy-to-use water bottle. Then we have the MiiR Airlock Coffee Canister. This retails for $39.95, so a little bit under $40. It's made from a durable stainless steel, and then you have kind of this matte powder coating on the outside, which is very scratch resistant. It comes in black or white colors. It holds up to a 12-ounce bag of coffee. And on the inside, if you unscrew the top here, you have this little seal that you can lock down and make it airtight. So if you look, it kind of sits on there, but if you press it down, it creates an airtight seal on the inside so that wherever the level of your coffee or coffee beans are in here, whether it's grounds or whole beans, you could use this and make an airtight seal to keep the freshness and make them last with their flavor a little bit longer. So this is a really nice little storage device for your coffee, and I think being under $40 for the quality of its construction makes it worth the money. Then you have the MiiR new Standard Moka Pot. This comes in black with the powder coating black on the outside, or you can also get it in the unpainted stainless steel variety. It makes 10 ounces of espresso strength brew, and that's enough for 6 50 milliliter servings of espresso. So if you had company, if you had a couple people over, or if you're on a trip and you meet some new friends, you could make 6 servings of espresso to go around, whether the people wanted an individual serving or they wanted double shots, then that could be for 3 people, whatever you want. This gives you enough to go around. It's made from a durable, non-corrosive steel, and it has post-consumer recycled content. So again, working towards that sustainability goal, using as many recycled components as they can. So if you take a look at this, you have a nice little handle here. You have some MiiR branding on the outside. You have a lid that pops open with the little spout in the middle where the hot coffee water comes up through. And then if you unscrew it, you can see the bottom portion where the espresso grounds go with a little tube. And then you have this little valve on here to allow steam to escape, and enough space in the bottom here to fill it with warm water and heat it over the stove. So this would be great for something like camping, or if you wanted to just make some espresso at home and you didn't want one of those huge behemoth espresso machines. This is an easy manual alternative to use. And this retails for $59.95 US, so just under $60. And I think that's a decent price for its construction and its usability. Then, the coolest thing in this kit, in my opinion, and what I'm going to be working into a personal item only coffee kit, is the MiiR Pourigami. Comes in this nice little flat pack protective case here with a little elastic band to keep it closed. If you open that up, you have a little instruction panel here. And then I'll go over this when we get into the testing phase, but this fits together super easily. It's basically 3 stainless steel panels that fit together into a triangle and make a single cup pour over device. So I think that's a really innovative, cool design for camping, for personal item only travel, for bringing a little pour over set when you're on the road. I like that it has this little flat pack protective case, makes it really convenient to throw in a bag. Really nice, award-winning little device that's super minimal and very, very functional. The Pourigami retails for $34.95, would be great as a gift for anyone that loves coffee, would be great for a camping person, someone that prioritizes carry-on or personal item only travel. It's the perfect ultimate travel pour-over coffee maker. And then to go along with it, I just have this 100 count of Pourigami coffee filters for the pour-over, and this is $9.95. Under $10, you get 100 filters, great little price. You could probably use any kind of coffee filter that you would for pour-overs with this, but it's nice to get it the same branding one and one that's specifically made to be sized and work with the Pourigami. So I figured I'd get a package of those as well. So as promised, now we can go test out all these products, see how they work, and then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts on everything. So let's check out how these all function in real world use. So first up, I have the MiiR Everywhere bottle in the 20-ounce size. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up with filtered water from my fridge. And because I didn't show this earlier, if you open it up, it has this nice little silicone lid on it that you could easily pull out, and it has a little bit of a sipping hole in it. And this allows you to not splash yourself in the face when you're drinking out of the top of this. If it was fully open, it might be easier to splash yourself. So let's fill it up. And it also has the little measurements on the side. So there we go. It's at the 20-ounce mark. Take a sip out of it. Yeah, even without the sipping lid, it's still easy to sip. So now let's try it with the sipping lid. And you can kind of move this little attachment point out of the way so that it's not in the way of your drinking. And yeah, it's hard to get excited about water bottles, but if you want a lightweight plastic water bottle, the Everywhere bottle is a great option for you. And then when you want to put it away, you can just screw the top back on. Has a nice waterproof seal, nice little attachment point here if you want to secure it in place. Great little lightweight water bottle. Then I have my little coffee cart over here that I go to every day in the morning. It's in the middle of my kitchen on a little rolling cart. And we can go over the Airlock coffee canister. So if I open that up, pull out that little piece I was saying, really easy to stick this on top of the coffee inside, press it down, make it airtight on top. So I'll put that to the side, take this, move it back, have a nice little Costa Rican blend. It's a light roast coffee bean. These are whole beans. So I'll go ahead and fill this up. And there wasn't a ton left in this bag itself, but I poured in just the rest of it. You can see the coffee beans inside there. And then take this little airtight seal, push it down. And it creates a really nice airtight seal in here. Coffee's not going anywhere. Doesn't allow it to fall out or come loose. And then you can just put the lid back on. You have a nice little place to store your coffee that's airtight. Next, I'm gonna take the little coffee bean holder where the grounds go for my Encore burr grinder, coffee grinder that I've been using for years. Put that on my scale here, turn it on. Then I can take out this little airtight seal to get to the beans. And I'm gonna measure out about 26 grams here. I did 27, but close enough. And I'm going to grind this to use the Pourigami for a single cup of coffee. So here's my Encore burr grinder for coffee, as well as my little gooseneck kettle, my little electric kettle for heating up water. And then if you turn this top portion here that holds the beans, you can control the grind level. I have it at about the 31 setting, which I find to be perfect for my pour over coffee. So I'll take the lid off and I'll pour in those beans I just measured out. Put the little grounds container back in the bottom here. Put the lid back on. Turn it on. They're done grinding, so I can turn it off. Can pull out the little grounds holder and put it to the side. Then I'm going to start up my water boiling by hitting this little switch. Then on top of my scale, I'm going to put my neat little visionswell mug. This is available on my merch store at the link below. This has been my daily coffee mug now. Put that on the scale. Then I can go ahead and build the Pourigami. So you just take these 3 little steel panels and place them together. You match up the short notch here with the long notch here. They fit together super nicely. Then I'll take one of the Pourigami coffee filters, open this up, take one of these single filters, unfold it a little bit, and then I like to put a crease down the side where it's connected so that it stays open. You can put that right into the Pourigami here. And then you want to run some hot water through this so that you don't have a paper taste in your coffee. So as you can see, I poured some hot water through here and let it drain so as not to give the paper taste to my coffee mug. So then I can sit this right on top of the coffee mug, on top of the scale. Can pour my grounds in. Turn the scale on. And my water has finished boiling. Once the scale zeroes out, you want to put in about twice as much hot water as you did coffee grounds. So since I did 27 grams, I'm going to aim at like a 54 to 60 grams of hot water at first. So do that. Pour it over slowly. Did exactly 50, a little bit more, a little bit around 60 grams of water. And then you let it sit for 30 seconds so that you can release some of the gases and bitterness from the coffee grounds. You want to aerate it a little bit. So I'll be back in 30 seconds. Okay, it's been 30 seconds. And then I can do another 10-second pour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'll wait 10 seconds before I do another one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And my goal is to get this to around 350 to 400 grams total of water, because that's the ratio I shoot for in terms of using 26 grams of grounds. So once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the nice thing about the Pourigami as well is because of its shape and how it sits really comfortably on top of a coffee mug, you can actually see inside the coffee mug, so you know that you're not going to overflow it. That could be a risk if you overfill this with water or something, but I don't see that issue because I can see right inside the cup. Then for my final pour, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That gets me right around 350 grams of water, which is perfect for the amount of coffee I've got in there. I wanted to aim between 350 and 400. 350 is erring on the side of caution. And I did personally spill a little bit around this mug, so ignore that. That was my fault. And then you can just let this filter fully drain. And when it gets down to the very bottom where there's only a little bit of water sitting on top of the grounds, I usually remove it because the end of it can be a little bit bitter. So I tend to be overly cautious with when I remove the filter. And I just have this large copper cup that I use to drain my pour over coffee filters. And we're getting to the end of what's in the filter, so I can go ahead and move it to the draining cup. Put that to the side here. Then I'm just gonna clean up the scale a little bit because I spilled a little. There we go. We have a pretty perfect cup of coffee, and there's even room for cream if you use cream. I'm just gonna drink this one black. So let's take a taste. That's not bitter at all. Tastes like great coffee. They're high quality coffee beans. And I think the Pourigami is an amazing little tool if you want to have great coffee when you're traveling, personal item only, when you're out camping. You have a really easy way and very flat, packable way to make great 1-cup pour over coffee with a very small, very durable, really nicely made and designed device. So hats off to MiiR for the Pourigami. That's definitely going to make its way into an EDC, personal item only travel coffee kit that I'm working on for a future video. And finally, we can test out their Moka Pot and see how this makes a nice little espresso. And I'll try to make a cappuccino, although I'm no barista, so please don't judge me. Because it's just me drinking it, I'm only going to do 20 grams of beans here. 19, that'll do nicely. Then when it comes to my grind settings, because it's espresso, I want to go a little bit finer, but not as fine as you'd use for an espresso maker. I'm just going to go maybe up to about like 30 or 31 here. I'm going to go up to 31. Pour in my beans. Put the lid back on. And start a grinding. All grinded up. And although you're heating water in the Moka Pot, I'm going to heat up some water because it's better to start from hot water so that the grounds aren't sitting in water as it's heating up and giving bitterness because it's heating up with the heat inside the Moka Pot. So I'm gonna make another little kettle of hot water here. And now I'm gonna disassemble the Moka Pot so that I can pour the grounds into the little container here. Let's see how much I can realistically fit in here. Probably closer to like 10 to 15 grams. So that's not bad. But like I said, you want it to be pretty hard packed in here. I'm only making enough for just me, so this will be fine. So if you're wondering where I got my Moka Pot method from, I always trust James Hoffman as kind of my YouTube coffee guru, and he's the one that suggested using hot water here so that you don't get extra bitterness in your coffee. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Take this kettle, fill it up, and I'm gonna fill it up to just below the little valve on the side, and that should be plenty for the amount of coffee I have. So then I'm gonna put the coffee back inside, screw the top back on, and then you wanna open the lid so that you can see what's going on inside. And the method you wanna use is, as you put this on the stove, the water will bubble and it will go up through the coffee valve and spit out from this little tube here. Once you hear it gurgling, it means that you're almost at the end of your hot water and you should immediately take it off the heat and run the bottom under some cold water just to cool it down to keep it from overbrewing. And MiiR suggests using low or medium heat so that the flames don't lick up to the handle. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep it on a medium to medium low and just wait for the espresso to start bubbling through. I can see the coffee coming through, and once it starts gurgling, I will turn it off. All right, it started gurgling, came up almost to the top there, so I can close the lid. And then I'm gonna take this and run the bottom under some cold water. I'll be right back. Then another thing that James Hoffman taught me is that even if you don't have a way to make like a whipped cream or a frothed cream, you can actually do it in a French press. So I can put the lid on my French press and use the French press to kind of froth up the milk. So now my milk is nicely frothed up. So I can take my visionswell camping mug, that's a coated ceramic, and this is a great little camping mug, also available in my merch store. That's what I'm gonna use for my espresso. So I'm going to pour a little bit of espresso in. I'm pouring horribly and making a mess, but don't worry about that. And then the last step is just to add my little frothed milk topping. And since I'm not doing any kind of design or anything, I'm just gonna mix this up so that it incorporates a little bit better. I know people that are baristas are probably clenching their teeth right now, but I don't really care. And there you go. I can get some frothed milk caught in my mustache and taste this. That's a damn good cappuccino, if I do say so myself, even though I didn't do the little flower design. So please leave a comment judging me, because I appreciate constructive criticism and telling me that I suck. But this thing works beautifully. So there you have it. The MiiR Everywhere bottle, the MiiR Airlock Coffee Canister, the MiiR New Standard Moka Pot, the MiiR Pourigami, and the MiiR Pourigami Coffee Filters. All 4 of these items are excellent quality, excellent environmental impact when it comes to sustainability from a great company that donates 1% to environmental causes. So I feel good about giving them my money and also recommending them to you. They all have great build quality. They all work perfectly to make coffee that I love to drink, or store coffee or store water. So they're excellent choices if you need them for your home setup, if you need them for a travel coffee or EDC coffee kit, if you need them for personal item only or carry-on only travel. You have a lot of different options and a really great way for coffee lovers and people that need a lightweight water bottle or a way to store coffee at home to enjoy the things that they love doing the most. So I highly suggest you pick up any of these products. The links will be in my description below. If you have any other drinkware or travel coffee items that you'd like to recommend, please leave a comment below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel because it helps the channel out a lot. If you want to pick up any of the gear that I've decided not to keep, check out the eBay link in my description below. Make me an offer. I'm likely to accept it, and you can check out all the stuff that I'm trying to get rid of. If you want any of the merch I've showed in this video or other videos, please check out the merch link in the description below. I designed all the items myself. Thank you as always for watching, because it really helps this channel grow and really inspires me to keep creating. I love having discussions with all of you. I try to answer every single comment on all my videos and really try to make content that you guys want to watch or review products that you're interested in. With all that being said, I will certainly see you in the next video. Take care.